Once upon a time, there was a school called Methuen High, where the school colors are blue and white, but the few walls they had were painted orange, where chalkboards divided classrooms and classes were chaotic. And soon enough, you make it to the back of the library to a small 11 by 14 closet where your first media class is in, where a particular sophomore, Kelsey, made her first video.
Hi, my name is Kelsey. I'm going to put a picture of a sloth right here and write sloth down here. And now we're going to fade to black.
After months of using this beat-up technology, she found herself wanting more. So she built a time machine and traveled 2 years into the future. Kelsey was a senior in heaven. She produced, edited, and directed all kinds of public service announcements, commercials, and TV shows. Even a few graphics that look something like this. Kelsey decided she liked the new technology and the resources around her. She continued along with many other kids to produce quality work that they were all very proud of, with their brand new equipment, in their brand new studio, in their brand new school, with a brand new environment that leads to success.
Here's a quick look at some of the projects students have been producing here at the TV studio. I really get excited about teaching students how special effects are created, and when they learn that we can do some pretty impressive special effects right here in the TV studio at the high school, they are just off and running. A couple of the quick demonstrations I do would be to pull a marker out of my pocket, pop the cap off, and have there be like an electrical arc going between the two, the marker and the cap, which is something that's fun for them to watch and really quick to produce in After Effects. And also, there was this project that I did where I rolled up a piece of paper and threw it behind me and got it in the trash. It took me about 150 tries, but we only edited the one that I got in, and then edited in like an explosion. And it just really got the kids excited about special effects, and then they went off and produced all sorts of cool stuff.
This young gentleman, how did I get here?
So one of the things that we try to do here at the studio is to support instruction. Another is public relations. And then another would be building career opportunities. The way that I support instruction is to produce videos about my lessons so that if a student is registered in the class late, they can watch a video rather than me have to repeat myself, rather than me having to repeat myself. Videotaping your own lessons might be a good idea for a number of reasons. You can watch yourself and make some changes for the next time around. You can use them like I do to support instruction in your classroom, and also they would serve as a great means of providing evidence. Students who work their way up to the advanced media classes actually produce their own video tutorials and help teach some lessons and mentor other students that are just coming into the program.
So then after that, just turn it down to 0. So as you see, it's gonna go. You're gonna be shooting the laser, and then it's gonna fade away right there.
Regarding public relations, what could be better than a TV studio? It's a great way to get the message out to the public so that they can see what we're doing. And as far as building career opportunities, we have a bunch of students who have gone through the media production classes and gone on to work in the field. Some of them even come back to talk to my kids. One of the projects that we're working on right now is sort of this plasma weapon, where one student plays the part of a defender, another plays the part of a invading alien, and the defender fires a plasma weapon and it vaporizes the invading alien. And we started that by having the two kids just act that out in front of a green screen, but then we added the plasma stream, and then we put a background in, and then at last we vaporized the kid. So that's almost done. The next step is to add some sound effects, background music, and an exploding sound, and that'll probably be wrapped up next week. And so we're looking forward to doing more projects like that to teach the kids how so many of the special effects they see on TV and in the movies are done, and they do them right here in the classroom. Kids learn a lot more than just media production when they learn how to organize and plan and put together something as complex as a media production, because there is a huge planning phase, then there's the production phase where they have to get all those pieces, and then there's the editing portion where they have to put everything together and have it make sense and have it entertain an audience. And these kinds of processes repeated elsewhere in life. So I think if they do it here, they understand organization, they understand pre-planning, they understand follow-through, finishing, revising, and so forth, much better in a way that they can look at on a screen and visually comprehend the results of their work. So I think it supports instruction elsewhere in the school, and I think it supports communication capabilities elsewhere in life. We have a bunch of pre-planned projects, and the projects are on a table where the students can read the instructions and also see the grading rubric. They'll produce a bunch of those, like a travel video, a video about a famous person, a news segment, stuff like that. But then we give them the opportunity to design their own project, and that's when they really shine. Some examples would be the Monkey Cage episodes, the Art Matters video that Kelsey Davis made last year. There was a real creative treatment of an interview segment where instead of interviewing another student, as the lesson called for, the student asked if he could interview a dummy. And that was probably one of the best videos that the kids have ever made here. Another self-directed project was the Thriller video that we made and aired in the auditorium last October, right around Halloween. Some of the things that I do to augment instruction would be to basically take my kids on video field trips. For instance, I work nights at Symphony Hall in Boston, and every once in a while I'll bring my GoPro with me, and I'll just interview some of my coworkers there about what they do, about the equipment they're using, about the techniques that they use for a big show like that. And that, I think, is almost as good as bringing the kids along, but it's not quite as complicated as bringing a bunch of kids to a place like that. Other video field trips that I've done, including going out to Los Angeles to where they produce America's Funniest Videos and interviewing Vin DeBona, the guy who started that show and still produces and directs it, Tom Bergeron, the host, the writing staff, and so forth, asking those people questions that the students had designed about how do you get a job in this industry, how do you keep it, what are some of the skills that you need to build in school to be able to do this, things like that. So the video field trips really seem to be helpful. Another thing that we do is we bring people in. For instance, last month, Pam Smith, the lighting director from Symphony Hall, came in and did a lighting workshop in this auditorium to show kids theatrical lighting techniques, and she's coming back next week to work with them on lighting the Shrek musical. One of the things that's fun about this job is I get to collaborate with a lot of people within the school. An example of that might be the recent open house welcoming video that we created for Rich Barden. And then I get to collaborate with people from outside this school, and another recent example would be the Timony School kindergarten's kids coming over and singing songs and doing lessons right here in the studio. Media students are responsible for a lot of live event coverage. One of the most prominent examples I could give you would be the school committee meetings, which recently were shifted to the school and given to us as a responsibility. So that live broadcast is actually handled by our studio, myself, my teaching assistant, and our students. We're really excited about one of our new projects called Inside Look, where we're producing segments throughout the school to give parents and other community members a real peek inside Methuen High School to see what we do. This gives us a chance to really put our best foot forward and show folks the good work that you guys all do. Our media students also get a chance to work with music and GarageBand. They can create their own song loops and their own sound effects, so they use those things to support media productions. And in fact, the music that you hear in the background of this video was created by Methuen media students. One of the things that we'll be doing in the near future, live school announcements. So instead of hearing those announcements come out over the loudspeaker, you'll be seeing them on video. Let's face it, the world today is made of moving images, and these are the kinds of images that capture kids' attention. If we can teach them how to master that craft, they will be more intelligent consumers of media, and they will be more effective communicators.